Not unless Izzy has a personality change.
Either you leave your personal issues at the school gates, or one of you, or perhaps two of you, has got to find somewhere else to teach.
Hey, hold on a second. We've got a right to a private life.
The problem with you lot is you can't keep it private.
Your 11:30's waiting.
Talking of private lives.
Right, I'm not having this. One of you has got to fall on your sword. Do I have to choose which one?
If I could leave, I would. But I've got the issue of having two teenage girls here.
Well, I'm not budging. I don't see why I should.
I see. So it all comes back to me. Fine. You'll have my resignation by the end of today.
Please, believe me, I'm not going out of my way to find fault with Russell.
Right, but you're going to.
I saw him come out of an off-licence not 20 minutes ago. He looked uncomfortable.
What, more uncomfortable than you do now?
Why would he go to an off-licence in his lunch break?
I don't know, maybe the same reason that I go, to get tea bags or a pint of milk.
In the middle of the working day?
Why don't you just come out and say it? I mean, you've already made your mind up about it, haven't you? What, he's a raving alcoholic? That's why he's bouncing off the walls, is it?
Just shows how much you know about alcoholics.
What the hell do you know about it?
A lot more than you suspect.
No, do you know what I suspect? I suspect that you're actually jealous of Russell. Because you know that he's going to be 10 times the teacher that you are.
In the history of your cheap remarks, that's just about the cheapest. The only thing I feel when I see a good teacher is relief, and I think that Russell might just be one. He lacks confidence.
Well, he had the confidence to wade into a domestic and get himself stabbed.
We need people who can stand back and assess situations. Who knows, a different personality might have saved himself from the assault.
Please forgive me, Miss Diggity. The corridors are a bit of a warrant.
Hey, it's Mr. Stumpy.
Did I hear my nickname? You. You called me Stumpy, didn't you? So, I've got a limp. You want to make something of it?
No, sir.
Really? Then why did you call it out?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's because you're a moron.
Yes, sir.
Good, well, that's clear to everyone now, isn't it? What's your name?
Dante.
Dante the moron.
If you can all turn to page 38 in your anthologies, please.
Would you like me to read it, Miss Diggity?
What an excellent idea.
Stealing. The most unusual thing I ever stole? A snowman. Midnight. He looked magnificent. A tall, white mute beneath the winter moon.
Looking for Brett?
No? Just taking down some old notices.
Yeah, we've always got some excuse, haven't you?
And what's with your attitude, Missy?
Can't you see what you're doing to him? Or do you just not care about anyone else?
Excuse me?
Oh, maybe you can't see how screwed up he is over you. Look, why don't you just stop playing games and be straight with him?
Hi.
What have you said?
Wait.
You've really done it now, haven't you? What's the one thing I asked of you? To be discreet.
I had to talk to somebody. Mika won't tell anyone else.
Well, she better not. God, I must have been totally loopy picking up with you again. A schoolboy, I mean. Pathetic. Well, this is me and you finished now, I'd for sure.
Look, hang on.
Look, you want a girlfriend, you've got one waiting up there.
Hey?
She's obviously breaking her heart for you.
I thought you handled Dante Charles really well.
So, how'd it go?
Yeah, I think Russell will make an excellent teacher.
Yeah?
And when you're qualified, you might want to apply for my job.
What? You're leaving Waterloo Road?
I want to change of school. I probably shouldn't say this in front of you, Russell, but Waterloo Road can be quite stressful.
I'll find that out today.
Yeah, there'll be plenty more days like it. In fact, there'll be days when you're at the depths of despair.
Yeah, but he's got what it takes, hasn't he?
I mean it.
You know you said you think Andrew's got it in for you. I think you might be right.
You mean about him seeing me as a rival?
Yeah, but I don't, right, so that's all that counts.
I don't know, Kim. I don't want to make an enemy out of the deputy head, do I? I don't want him giving me a bad report for my first teaching practice.
Well, if he does, he's going to have me to answer to. Anyway, what he's saying now is ridiculous.
What's he saying?
I shouldn't really say, but he said that he saw you coming out of the offie at lunchtime. I mean, he's implying that you went in there and bought a couple of bottles of whiskey or something. Please breathe into this bag, sir.
So he has got it in for me. Good, that's all I need.
So, did you go to the offie?
I went for a walk. I was starving. I went in to get a Mars bar and a packet of cheese and onion. But maybe crisps and sweets aren't allowed in Mr. Treneman's book of do's and don'ts.
Yeah, and that is one big, fat, thick book.
Anyway, look, I'll see you after the final whistle, yeah?
Oh, Steph, how'd it go down the housing department?
Brilliant. They've found somewhere for Maxine.
Oh, well, that's great.
And it's been properly checked to full council standards, and she gets visits.
You do know that you don't have to go through the system on this, don't you? If you're just happy with her to stay where she is, the social services will call it a private fostering agreement. They'll let you claim Section 17 money to help.
It's not about the money.
Well, I was just wondering. So have you been down there to check it out?
No, I'm going after school, aren't I?
Right. And what does Maxine think of the news?
She'll be thrilled.
What did you say?
Well, just coffee.
Well, don't cough.
I can't help it. I've got a cold.
Here's another one you should lock up. See you tomorrow for more of the same.
I want to talk to you.
You all right? Why are you still here? You want to kick our son, eh?
I thought I was going under and I needed the support. I'm an alcoholic. I lost it. I should have taken your advice. But it was just a moment of madness. That's all. I swear that it will never happen again.
No, it won't, because you can't come back here. In fact, I don't think you should be near any children in any school, because You're out of control.
You're not going to say anything to anyone, are you?
No. Because you're going to have to.
What you gonna do when you just found forever? Where you gonna get to when you can't get it together? Forever and a day, a fly gets caught upon a spider's web. The snake still has another skin to shed.
Time to turf me out onto the street, then.
Well, you can get up off your backside and tidy up this flaming mess for a start.
I've been packing.
Well, you can go and unpack. I've changed my mind.
Are you joking? Why?
I'm warning you, Maxine. One more step out of line and there will be no more cheese and onion crisps. And if I put on as much as 1 extra ounce because of all of your junk food, you're out of here sharpish. Now go on, hop it.
She doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, it's funny. You seem to think that because you've asked her to live with you that she should then give you something back in return, and I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that.
I might have known I was talking to another flaming feminist. Aye, aye.
Hiya.
Pint?
Mineral water for me, please.
Vodka and tonic. Can you make it a double?
So, you think you found your feet yet, Russell? You looked a lot more confident towards the end of the day there.
Yeah, Lorna couldn't have been any more flattering.
Actually, I think you lot create a bit of a fuss about how difficult the job is. I mean, think about it. You get 13 weeks holiday a year, you don't work any bank holidays, and you're finished by 4 o'clock. And when you are at work, what do? You read novels, mark essays, set a few questions.
Well, you'll just have to take my word for it, mate. It's not everyone takes to a job like this.
Because you guys create such a mystery about it.
Hang on a minute, you're going to be one of us lot soon.
No, I'm not, Kim. It's not stimulating enough for me. I'm bored, frankly.
You are?
I quit.
After one day?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be taking to drink to get my eyes, would I?
Russell, hang on a minute. Wait. This is down to you, this, isn't it?
Maybe you should talk to Fraser Crossley before putting the blame on me. I caught Russell beating him over the head with his briefcase, which just happened to be filled with booze.
Did he tell you?
I don't get it. You were always so anti-violence.
Not with a drink in me, I'm not.
You see, all this time, I had no idea that you...
I've been dry for almost a year. Since the, accident. I'd been drinking that day, a lot, if I hadn't been there. Well, put it this way, the kids wouldn't be calling me Stumpy. Today I realized the only way I can cope is vodka. So, teacher or dry. I know which one I prefer.
Well, I think you're dead brave.
So that was true. Bye, Kim.
Can't believe I didn't see the signs. It just always seems so... together.
There's nothing wrong in giving a friend the benefit of the doubt.
Please don't be generous. Can't stand it. I should have just listened to you. I'm sorry.
Well, I better be going. Otherwise, you're going to have to carry me on.
Hey.
Anyway, I should be brushing up on my Jermaine Greer.
One thing you were right about. I was jealous of Russell. Not for the reasons you said. Because of your feelings for